So today we are already coming to the third weeks of Gimhāna. Yeah, and today we have the topics, it's all on the screen, living in harmony with family. Yeah, all of us have family here? Yeah? Yeah, all of us are family here. We are not lone ranger, right? Either we are a daughter or a son or a father or mother. Yeah, some grandfather, other? Sini? Grandfather, grandmother? Huh? I think some probably has, or even probably not grandchildren. Huh? Yeah. So family. This is something that we associate with, yeah, every day, daily, yeah. And that also make us part of the community when we talk about family, yeah. But before that, let us review on the definition on harmony. This was also from last week. Yeah, we know about when we talk about harmony, it's actually the definition here is the combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes to produce a pleasing effect. All of you have been to or listened to an orchestra, right? Yeah. So what does an orchestra have? You have the strings, instruments. What else? Anyone in music here? What else in an orchestra you can find? Huh? Wind instrument. Okay, wind instruments. Percussions, the drums. Yeah. So when they sounded together, do you think they need to be in harmony? Yeah, they need to be in harmony, right? Before they start, they will make sure the tune is also correct, right? Or else out of tune, suddenly it isn't pleasing to the ears. So even an orchestra, just like a family members, yeah, we have to be sounded in a harmony, in sync, in tune. Then only we can achieve this harmony among the families. Yeah. And then the second definition, a situation in which people are peaceful and agree with each other. Do you always agree in each other in your family? Brother Deko, no. Yeah. Or I always have to agree with wife. That's the one thing. Yeah, that one must. Yeah. Or else no harmony at home. Yeah. Sometimes within the family, there are always some disagreement, conflicts. Yeah. But it's only when the situations when people are peaceful and agree with each other. Yeah. And then you can see things right and suitable together. This harmony. So we have this clear definition of harmony. Yeah, can be done in a family. Huh? Sometimes easy said than done. No? Family always have endless issues on. Okay, so let us explore further. Now, last week we talked about harmony within ourselves. Yeah, now we slowly expand to family, and this involves ourselves and an external party. So ourselves and others. And these two parties, in order to have harmony, as we have also explored over the weeks, is interdependence. Right? Interdependence is two ways. It can't be one always agree with the other. It's called consider harmony. It always two ways. It takes two ways. Between the families, between the husband and wife, between parents and children, it will take two ways, interdependently. Okay? So harmony, aviroda, this is the Pali words, is the smooth and pleasant functionings together of two or more parties. Yeah, so it's usually take two or more parties. The Buddha said that some of the things contributing to the progress of societies, or aparihaniya Dhamma, are the ability to meet together in harmony, adjourn in harmony, and also conduct business in harmony. So this is what the Buddha advised. Not only we meet in harmony, yeah, we must also live with harmony, and also conduct everything in harmony. So let us reflect now. At home, as a family, do we always meet in harmony? Huh? Most of the time. Or you always bring back the tension from outside one, Probably the working adults always have tension from office, brought back the tension from outside to the house, to family. Or children, they got bullied at school, they also bring back tensions back to the home. So this is what the Buddha advised. We always have to meet in harmony, conduct our business in harmony, and also live in harmony as well. So this is what the Buddha advised. Whether we can do is is also a progress of learning. Okay, so now let's talk about social interaction now. We do interact with people a lot of time, or most of the time. Yeah, here you can see a whole congregations. We have to interact with so many people. Yeah, but the family form the fundamental of this social interaction that we start off, the foundations. Yeah, we can have people from office as colleague. We can have people from the same living community. We can have people from same interest, same hobby, probably, cycling or what else, games. Yeah, there are also religious teachers and also kalamamitas. This kind of social interactions. Yeah, but the one that form the foundations, the core, is none other than our own family. Yeah. Do you choose your own family, by the way? Huh? I'm born to the family. I have no choice. Yeah. But you never know. When husband and wife or two couples decide to form a family, you actually decide to start this starting point of these social interactions together. It's also natural at the same time. It's also intentionally formed, especially when couples decide to get married. Family itself form the core of this social interaction. It's where we learn. Okay, this is the quote I also took from our spiritual advisor, Reverend K. Sri Dhammananda. He said, a society grows through a network of relationships which are mutually intertwined and interdependent. True enough, we have been talking about this family is involved these two or more parties and its interdependence. So here in this book by our late chief, A Happy Marriage Life, a Buddhist a Buddhist perspective on family well-being, it also talk about intertwine and interdependence of a relationship. Okay. Now, so much so talk about these societies on family. Yeah. We understand that the family is the basic unit of the society. Just now we also saw that mapping from family. We slowly have other circle of community, of social interaction with other groups. But the family itself is a basic unit of society. Yeah, it's a person's first experience of social group. True or not? Come to think about it, if your children, when they start to get to know people, start to interact, start to communicate, parents is the one that they start to associate with. So that's how they learn how to communicate, how to associate, how to get things they want, or how to voice their own will. So this family itself become the fundamental, the first experience for children to able to have this experience with social interactions. And the peaceful and harmonious family is the most, again, fundamental components of a peaceful modern society. Agree? If today you wish for world peace, yeah, so many war now, so many things are happening. We wish for world peace. Do you think for a whole world to get peaceful, we need countries to be in peaceful, in harmony. For countries to be harmony with each other, we need to have the societies, the communities, to have this peace and harmony within each other. And to have this community and societies to have peace and harmony, we need families to keep peace and harmony. So it's all interrelated. You can't say, I wish for world peace, and at the same time, back home, too many quarrels, dispute, and all kinds of things happening. That's how we get connected. It has to start from the family before it grows to influence the societies, the countries, the world. Yeah. So at the same time, when we wish for world peace, there's no war, to end soonest. We also have to do our parts to make sure we are living in harmony and peaceful, at least within our family. Yeah. So this is very crucial, isn't it? All agree? So all knock head, huh? But at the same time, the world out there isn't so ideal, isn't it? this report. This is very recent from September last year. Locally, yeah, Malaysia statistics. After 2 years of movement control restrictions, MCO, there are more than 80,000 cases of divorces filed just in Malaysia. This happening worldwide too, because the whole world went through the pandemic. Everywhere you can hear during the whole movement restrictions, there's much more, they stir up much more conflicts. People are getting divorced. Can't wait to file a divorce case when they're able to travel again. So even Malaysia, as a Asian country, we thought Asian country more conservative, more tolerate. What else? More able to more compassion, more compassion in our traditions and even our cultivations. Yeah, but this is the figures, 80,000. Yeah. So what went wrong? When we are locked down at home, spending more times with family, with those that we love, but and now more divorces. I hope this doesn't happen to any of you. But let us reflect and ponder what happened. Where a house, a family that we can go back to, when we gather with the people that we love, yet this figure stood up after pandemic. Anyone? What do you think? Worldwide, this figure can be more. This is only in Malaysia. How many population in Malaysia? Anyone? When 80,000, 2 millions Malaysian population? 32 millions. Oh, okay. Correct, statistics. I didn't check. 32 millions. After 2 years, you have 80,000 people divorced. And do you think when you divorce, it only concerns 2%? Only concern 2%? No, isn't it? Even when you marry, it doesn't concern 2% only. You have your families, your relatives, you have to have all the feasts, all the wedding ceremony, your relative will come. Even during marriage, bukan pasal dua orang. So imagine when you divorce, does it only affect 2%? Just husband and wife? Definitely not. Definitely. Okay. So here again, we have a quote from Venerable Akachita Mahatero. Yeah, most of you have know him. This is what he said: marriage is a complex situation. When disharmony arises within the marriage, it affects not only the couple, but also the offspring. Yeah. Disharmony between husband and wife will affect the children as they need an environment that's conducive to their well-being in order to grow up into balanced adults. Otherwise, when they themselves get married, they too will cause disharmony in their own marriage. So you can see, I think Bante have this very, very spot on. When a couple divorce, it also affects the offspring. And what kind of experience or what kind of example you have shown to the children, your offsprings? Earlier we said family is the fundamental, the first social contact that the children can get. And now when the parents separated, it will also affect their offsprings. Yeah. So that itself, it really boils down to this important or pressing issue that we can have. How can we really keep harmony between the harmony so that we can always have these peaceful and harmonious societies that we desire to live in? Yeah. Now, this is a very acute comment. Yeah. Harmony in any community, whether a small group or whole society, depends on a shared commitment to etiquette conduct. It means virtues. It means values. We have been exposed to many virtues conduct, etiquette conduct. So if we understand this, we will know how to keep harmony, isn't it? It's when all the family members committed to this virtual conduct. Imagine if you have a community, yeah, let's say they are in for all the or they are thieves or they are burglars. If they do not commit to an etiquette conduct, if they start losing trust with each other, do you think this society will keep long? No, right? So to us, if we want to have this harmony within any group, whether it's family or any of the organizations, yeah, this is a very important message. Can everybody commit or share to the same sort of common etiquette conducts? Etiquette, as in say that it's virtuous, it's praiseworthy, yeah. So that comes back to what we have. All of us is lay Buddhist or practitioner here, right? So we have the precepts, yeah. So his family can commit to the same precepts that we are already more or less familiar or even practicing. Yeah. So how would the precepts, the 5 basic precepts, do you think that can hold the marriage together? The 5 moral precepts are important guides in the marriage. It's obvious that the 3rd precept is critical in this relationship. What's the 3rd precept? You just chanted this morning. Yeah. If we do not commit any sexual misconduct, do you think the relationship is harmony between husband and wife? So this is the precepts that we should observe and esteem. Yeah. The 2nd and 4th, what's the 2nd precept? Stealing, okay, or taking things without permissions. Yeah. If your family, if you always get things missing, yeah. Sometimes between family, you always get things missing. Yeah, you feel secure. Even my things we at home get missing one. People take without your consent, your permissions. And the 4th precept is what? Yeah, harsh speech, lying. Yeah, wrong kind of speech. So this is what the Buddha have laid down for us to keep harmony within our families. So are we striving? Are we actually keeping our precepts? Now you can see how important, or how essential these etiquette conducts. Yeah. The 5th precept promotes harmony. If you don't get yourself intoxicated, yeah, not heedless, always heedful. Yeah. Who want to go back to a house, to a family where you always found drunk parents? Yeah. You will never want to go back to home. Yeah. They always commit in or indulge in drinking. When you lost your mind, you can do all kinds of things. Okay? And the 1st precept needs no explanation. Okay? We talk about abstain from killing. So this is the 5 precepts that we have been chanting, observing, and also practicing very hard. I do hope so. Everybody is practicing very hard. And if your family member can also do the same, bingo, you will have this shared commitments to an etiquette conduct. Okay? Then you start asking, ayo, my spouse not Buddhist lah. Got not? Anyone? Ayo, my spouse others religion faith lah, not Buddhist lah. So how? How to keep the precepts? Again, friends, look at the precepts. It's universal. It doesn't mean Buddhists have the authorities, have the right to observe it. It's universal when you talk about non-killing, non-stealing, yeah, non-sexual misconduct, non-harsh speech, false speech. These are universal. So even you say, oh, the other half, my spouse isn't Buddhist, how? Then we promote virtues. We promote these virtuous conducts. How you wish everyone in your society, in your encounter, also practice these 5 precepts. Yeah. So it's okay if your other spouse or even some children, yeah, they choose to have different religions. It's okay. We don't have to label. These are labeling that you're Buddhist, I'm Christian, I'm Muslim. When you talk about virtues, talk about all these wholesome deeds, it can be universal. It should be universal. It should be. Okay. So again, have this in mind. Yeah? Have a marriage that guided with precepts. Observe the precepts and really strive on to perfect the precepts. Sometimes unmindfully, of course, we will have some wrong deeds lah, but we try. Yeah, we try. Even this Gimhāna, that's the period that we strive harder, yeah, for our own benefit and also the benefits of others. Okay. Here again, another confirming statement. Benefits of observing the precepts do not occur solely to oneself, but extend to countless others, yeah? Giving an immeasurable numbers of beings freedom from fear, enmity, and afflictions. When everybody is observing the precepts, there's not so much of fear, isn't it? If people start stealing your things get missing, even at home, won't you get fearful? You don't know where to keep your things. Oh, everybody start to have safe box already. I changed your password now and then. But if everybody is, conduct to a virtuous commitments, there's no fear. There's no enmity. Yeah, what more afflictions? So you can see the other side of the coin. Yeah, if you have these shared commitments, you can also overcome all these unnecessary or unwholesome emotions that are going on within the families or even the communities. Okay. Now, let's come back to what the Buddha taught. This sutta that I want to introduce. Yeah. Let's go back to what the Buddha taught. This is on a discourse that given to Hataka. Do you know Hataka? Hataka? Very well-known lay disciples of the Buddha. And he have a huge congregation, the huge followers, even though he's not a monk, he's a lay practitioner, but very faithful followers of the Buddha. His name is Hataka. And he usually have a huge congregations. Yeah. So in this sutta, a very short sutta, but at the same time, it gives the essence of how the Buddha taught on building a healthy communities. So this day, when the householder Hataka of Alawi, escorted by around 500 lay followers, these are all lay practitioners, just like you and me, okay? Went up to the Buddha, bowed, and sat down to one side. So the Buddha said to the Hataka, he asked Hataka, you have such a large congregations, yeah? How do you bring together such a large congregations? So the Buddha asked Hataka. So many people, no conflict, man. Why can follow you everywhere, can stay together and in harmony? What? So this is what the Hataka answered to the Buddha. Sir, I bring together such a large congregations by using the 4 ways of being inclusive. See? 4 ways of being inclusive, as taught by the Buddha. What are the 4 ways? First one, when I know what a person can be included by a gift, I include them by giving a gift. When I know that a person can be included by kindly words, I include them by kindly words. What else? When I know that a person can be included by taking care of them, I include them by caring for them. And when I know that a person can be included by equality, I include them by treating them equally. Good. This is how the Buddha praised Hataka. Good, Hataka. This is the right way to bring together a large congregations. Whether in the past, future, or present, all those who have brought together a large congregations have done so by using these 4 ways of being inclusive. So what again, the 4 ways? Gifts, kind words, taking care, equality. Is it difficult? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? The 4 ways that be inclusive means how you actually bring the whole congregation together inclusiveness. The 4 simple ways. Okay. In the next sutta, again, these 4 ways are being emphasized again. It's called the Saṅgahasutta, inclusions, also from the Anguttara Nikaya. It said, monks, these are the 4 ways of being inclusive. Just now was to Hataka, the layperson. Now the Buddha, giving the same teachings to the Sangha members. Also a congregation of many, the Sangha members. What for? Giving, kindly words, taking care, and equality. Giving and kindly words, taking care here, and equality in worldly conditions, in each case as they deserve. This way of being inclusive in the world are like a moving chariots in spins, like the core, like the center core of the chariots that hold all the weight together, the stabilities. Yeah, so this is what the Buddha explained, these 4 ways. If there were no such way of being inclusive, neither mother nor father would be respected and honored for what they have done for their children. But since these ways of being inclusive do exist, they still do regards them well, so they achieve greatness and are praised. Yeah, so 2 similar suttas talk about this 4 way of inclusiveness, 4 way of bringing the congregation together. Is it worth how to learn these 4 ways? Worth learning how to embrace of how to strengthen these 4 ways? It's not difficult, isn't it? Who say, I can commit to these 4 ways? Anyone? Yeah, be courageous. Yeah, I remember Sister Paru first. Gimhāna talk, must be courageous. Buddhist must be courageous one, yeah? Because we always fall back to our same old habit. Sometimes we lack of that courage to change. Simple only ma. 4 only ma, not 40, isn't it? 4 only. Okay, so let us slowly explore what are the 4 ways. Today we'll explore 2, and hopefully next week, the next speaker will also cover the other 2. We go slowly but steady. Yeah, we want to learn things well. We must really have the deeper learning of, it's there. But when we talk about giving, taking care, what it sounds easy, but what is all this in spirits? Yeah, in words it sounds simple, but in spirit, what are these 4? Okay, so let us slowly explore. Giving, danang. I think for a mother, she is the one that gave the most in the family, correct? Mothers? What do you give in the family? Life, wow, yeah, give life. What else? Love, yes. Mothers here? What else you give in your family one? Care, time, what else? Support, yes. What else? Time, okay, yes. So little man. Food, everything. Oh, yo, bao ka liao. Yeah, mothers, no doubt, the one that give the most within the family, from time to efforts. Yeah, and they also give out a lot too. Renunciation, last week we know about renunciation. They also give out a lot. Give out what? Give out their hobbies. Give out yum cha time with their good friends. Right? Give out shoppings. Yeah, used to can have a lot of time to do shopping, now cannot, only go grocery shopping. Give up makeup also sometimes, okay lah, it's okay lah, so long it's presentable, Giving. So a mother, I think, no need to mention a lot. We all know how much danang that the mother gave. How about father? What does father give? What can father give for the family? Shelter, yeah, support. What else? Love, okay. Compared to mother, so little one. Hey, father, you all must also say, what have you given to the families? Educations, yes. Guidance, yes. Sense of safety, yes, that's important. A family is also a refuge for the family members, yes. What else? Financial support, yeah, most important. Financial support, yeah. You know, the main sort of financial support, usually the main financial support is from the father. What else? Dhamma? Yes, why not? Yeah. The father can also impart the right teachings, yeah, the Buddha's teachings to the family. Yes, can. Yeah. So giving, you can see so many things parents have given to the family and actually hold the family together, right? All this love, financial support, guidance, all this actually hold the family together. The relationship between our families, giving, yeah. So parents, we all know. How about children? What can children give to the family? Love, okay, what else? Huh? Respect, okay, good. Care? Huh? Laughter, oh, okay, yeah. When you create mess, the parent laughs at it. Yeah. Gratitude, yes, very good. Yes, why not? Children can also support the parents with financially. Companionship, yes. So much we can give. Yeah, so much we can give within the family. So it proves that we are not self-centered. We are not just living alone within this community that we call family. We all can give and share, yeah, and we're interdependent on each other. Now, children, when we talk about children, usually we say, oh, children can give the least. Parents, the main contributors, not necessary. Sometimes housework. The parents make the children work or not with house chores. Yeah? Yeah. But do they always say, Mom, I help you to bring out the garbage? Dad, I help you to do the gardening? No. Next time, if they ever make this statement, you should say, no, this is our own family, our own communities. It's not my garbage. It's not my garden. Yeah. So sometimes parents, we have to have that, instill that right thoughts towards children. Now, I remember when I was 10, 11, many years ago now, that time my grandfather passed away. Yeah, my mom, she was from Ipoh, and my grandfather came from Ipoh and supposed to have treatments here to get treatments because he had stomach cancer. Yeah, and before he get treated, he died. Yeah, he died at the hospitals. And these are almost 30 years ago. So when this kind of thing happens, yeah, and all the adults, I can see all the adults were so busy arranging because at the time they were trying to arrange my grandfather, the body, to be shipped back to Ipoh for funerals and wakes and all this. So adults are very, very busy organizing. Those years, you can imagine, undertaker not so convenient, not so common yet. Huh? So everything you have to go do on your own, all these errands. And kids like us, that time I was 10, 11, I was left at home with my cousin sister. She's 6 or 7. So 2 of us left home. Well, the parents are, the adults are busy doing all these errands. And come lunchtime, lunchtime already, how? Cook lunch, though. Those days no Grab, ma. Cannot call Grab so easily, ma. Cook, lo. So my age that time, I can fairly cook proper rice. Yeah, already know how to cook. Rice cooker lah, rice cooker. Okay. So I actually counted. No, I counted how many adults that I saw. I saw this uncle turn up at my house. I heard my mom was talking to my aunt. She was at the hospital, so I counted. Then I start to measure the rice. Those days we measure rice, not the cup that we have now. It's the thin one. Yeah, the condensed milk thin one. One tin can fit about four adults. Yeah. Now the cup one is different measurements. Yeah, Ginger will not know. Tin and cup, what's the difference? Are they different? Yeah, yeah. So I estimate how many adults, how many children. I cook the rice. Yeah. Then dishes how? Canned food. At home got canned food, ma. So we open the can. open the can. Me and my cousin sister was struggling to open the can. We opened big beans and sardine. Those are things that are very common in how most of the house family. You will find this common thing. But those days, opening tin for kids is very challenging one. No? Yeah, we have this opening can, not the turn one, not the motorized one. No? We just have this 1 inch long of this knife, and then you really have to put a lot of weight to open up the can one. No? Yeah, Ginger will know. So what you're talking about? Open can only, just lift and pull. Those days, not so convenient one. Even the knife, very pariah one, the cup opener, very pariah one. So you really have to use force. Imagine, I was 11, yeah. And once you got the surface crooked a bit, you have to try another hole, yeah, to start opening again. This is how we struggle to open 2 cans, baked beans and sardine, and steam on top of the rice some more. Steam on top of the rice. So when finally my mom reached home with lunch with her, she saw, you all cook rice, Someone overestimate whole pot of rice. But to a mother, do you think she was happy or pleasant to find? It was such a difficult time. You have lost someone that you love, mourning periods, busy running errands. And yet these 2 kids, 7, 11, 1, 7, 1, 11, at home, cook lunch for adults. Danang, giving. Yeah. So children can also contribute back to the families with a lot of, just now we all mentioned, care, times, love. You're part of the family members. Yeah. Just little thing that we done, we try. We make a big mess in the kitchens, but there were hot food in the rice cooker. And we didn't eat until the adults came back. This was what we trained since young. We'll never eat until adults are back, and we'll feast together at the dining table. It's not like whoever is free, just take and eat. No, those days in my family, very strict. We must have all family members gather together at the dining table, only we eat. So, giving, how wonderful when all the family members can give subsequent the same amount of time, love, and efforts to uphold the families. Yeah? So, danang. So again, especially to mothers, I know you give the most, you always give the most in the family, but make sure your family members also share the same understanding. This is your family, our family. Okay, so we should be able to contribute and give equally to the families. Yeah, or else always take for granted one, isn't it? Always take for granted. Yeah, children sometimes really take for granted. So this is something that even parents should impart on their children. Don't take for granted. I remember Acharya Sangchai once made a statement. He said sometimes we took for granted family members are like what? Furniture at home. Isn't it? We take for granted family members are like furniture at home. They are always there one. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, you will find your TV still there, right? You find your cabinet still there, right? They are always there. Not necessary, yeah. Not necessary. Okay. Just now on the way, I counted over the MCO 2 years. I lost about 6 relatives. 3 uncles, my grandmother, what else? Who else? My sister-in-law, my own godfather. Over 2 years, I really lost about 6 relatives. So don't take for granted. You never know. They are not there all the time. So this danang is important, giving. So today we know about givings. And it should be also equally share and give among the families. Next one, we talk about kindly words. Peya wajang. Yeah, kindly words. This again, difficult to not among the family members. We always throw our anger, our harsh speech, our raise our voice to someone that's so dearly and loved to us. We can be very kind to strangers, but sometimes family member is that we hurt them the most with words. So now the Buddha taught us even kindly words, pleasing speech. These are important to have this family that be inclusive. Kindly words, My uncle, one of the uncle that passed away last year. He's the elder brother from my father, so he lived until 80 plus before he passed away. Every time we go back to, he used to stay in Bukit Medajam. Every time we go back to Bukit Medajam for Qingming, it's always something that we look forward. Once a year, but we look forward. And then the grandchildren will always come back together. And remember, he always have this broadly smile on him. And two words that usually he's very common, you can see very naturally from him when we communicate with the family. Two words. One is thank you. One is sorry. Even the small flavor, the grandson brought him water. Thank you, my uncle. He have this, those old days, they have this gold tea, fake tea. So every time when he smile, I like to see him smile. You see, peng, sparkle on the gold tea. Yeah, kindly words. You can see how harmonious you can bring the family together. Yeah. So the thing that prevent us from kindly words usually is what? Anger, isn't it? Or we have also emotion with anger. Again, just now we said we brought back tension from outside for work, from wherever, from traffic probably, and then we throw to our family members. So anger. And the antidote, the remedies for anger is, do you know? Well, what are the antidote or the remedies? Metta, loving kindness, and patience. Yeah. So, and also a lot of mindfulness and reflections. That's why this Gimhāna is important to us, isn't it? This is where the period that we train out our mindfulness, our reflection, our awareness. Yeah. So next time when we want to utter something not nice, we stop and pause. Do I bring benefits by saying such? Would that cause harmful to the other parties? Can I break the harmonious among the family members? So watch our anger. It's emotion, I know, sometimes it just come, or habitually it just happen. That's why we need to practice. That's why we need to cultivate. Continue to purify. Yeah. So manage our anger. Yeah. This anger is a seed to enmity. Do not belittle. Anger is the seed to enmity, to ill will. Little that you know, just from unpleasant experience, you get yourself anger. But slowly, if you keep on feeding, you can grow into ill will and enmity. So watch the anger. Well, you can still overcome, manage our anger, so that we do not utter most of the time harsh speech, hurting comments, judgmental statement. Yeah. Kindly words. Important or not? Yeah. A good training, isn't it? Kindly words. Yeah. Start from thank you and I'm sorry. Just these two words. Thank you and I'm sorry. Sincere one, not sorry without, again, sometimes we also too used to it or without that sincerity. Just by thank you and sorry, these two. Start with these two. Yeah. To cultivate our kindly words. Okay. Yeah. Just another strong statements that I want to share with all. One of the distinctive traits of human beings, we are all human beings, manusia, right? Which differentiate them from animal, differentiate us from animal, is their capability of speech. Animal can talk or not? They can make noise, okay? Animal can make noise. Yeah, but they don't have words to communicate. Human beings we have. Yeah? Words can create enmity or friendship, can win or harden hearts, can deceive others or open them to new pathways of understanding. So that's so powerful of speech, and it's really, we human beings own this unique, the capabilities. So make use of words, make use of speech for the better side. Whole relationship together, yeah? And what else? Have friendship, develop friendship, rather than create enemies. So again, it's a choice or not? After all, do you think it's a choice or not? With words, with speech? Yeah? So make sure we take the right choice. Okay? Yeah. Only human being, manusia, with the mind, with the mind trainable. Yeah. So do not lose out this capability. We can always have these trainings, slowly, gradually, but surely. Yeah. For those that you say, oh, our habits are always, before I say anything, there's always this, some other word was outer first before. But yeah, trainings. Now in the families, right, the relationship, treat it like what? Treat it like tango. Anyone know tango here? You know how tangos work? You know tango, the dance? Sometimes you have to move forward, isn't it? Sometimes you move backward, isn't it? Sometimes you have to kick, sometimes you have to turn, isn't it? It's tango, isn't it? Treat the relationship like this. Yeah? It's not that always the father in the right positions. Sometimes you have to move forward a bit. Sometimes we have to give in. Yeah? Sometimes we have to do a small kick. So treat family relationship like tango. Yeah? Go learn tango, Go learn tango. Yeah. Then only you will have a harmonious relationship. Then you have progressive growing societies, not one way, not like a bull racing like that. You only agitate and charge at the bull, and then you, at the end of the day, you have to run one directions and you get injured so badly. So learn tango. Learn tango. Okay? Right and wrong sometimes might not be so important, but I think to keep the family, the relationship harmonies and peace are more matters. Okay? So this is the 2 points that I covered just now on give, danang, and also on kani words. Okay? Paya wajanang. Okay? I said we go slowly. This is the Gimhāna period. We are learning, practicing, at the same time cultivating, trying very hard to overcome our old habits, old habituals. Yeah. So I will let the next speakers, let us explore more on the third one. Atta Charya, taking care. Atta means well-beings. Charya, we know is conduct. Vichacharya, conduct. So taking care can also translate it as beneficial conducts, yeah, for the welfare of others. And then the last one is equality. So with that, this last slide, I really wish have these aspirations. May we all lead happy family life. May our interactions always be harmonious. And may we develop the wisdom to stay on this path to true happiness. Okay. With that, thank you very much for your attention and also your interaction this morning. Sadhu.